Hi Leute und willkommen zurück zu Tales of Berseria. Im letzten Part haben wir Grimmar gefunden, die für uns das Buch übersetzen wird. Dafür mussten wir aber zuerst noch einen kleinen OP-Dämon besiegen, den wir schon aus der Demo kannten. Und jetzt sollen wir hier in die nächste Stadt gehen, damit wir halt dort in Ruhe uns das Buch angucken lassen können von ihr. Und das werden wir auch gleich tun. Ich bin noch ein bisschen auf der Map rumgerannt, habe noch ein bisschen Stuff eingesammelt. Habe einmal kurz noch das Level nachgeholt, dass hier unser Main-Charakter nicht bekommen hat, weil er ja im Bosskampf gestorben ist. Und dann war ich hier noch am Rumgucken und habe dann hier einen Gang entdeckt. Und wie man sieht, führt er hinten zu einer Kiste. Und in der ist das grellpinke Shirt, was uns einfach mal über 40 Angriff nochmal zugibt. Was ist sehr, sehr cool gefunden habe, dass hier jetzt zum Schluss wirklich noch so ein Geheimgang war. Man denkt eigentlich, okay, man kommt hier lang, hier ist nichts mehr, speichert und geht dann weiter. Aber dass dann noch ein Geheimgang war mit so einem Item, das war recht cool. Okay, dann gehen wir mal weiter. Okay, also hier sollen wir hin, nach Haria. Auch schön mit Sonnenuntergang und so. Und auch gleich wieder was zum Looten. Und was ich auch noch gesehen habe, wir haben im Inventar Rohedelsteine. Und die kann mit 20.000 Gall oder irgendwie so verkaufen. Und ich habe mir die ganze Zeit irgendwie Sorgen gemacht, ich habe nicht genug Geld oder so zum Upgraden der Waffen und habe dann irgendwie so total wertvolle Items im Inventar und wusste davon gar nichts. Okay, wie kommt man da hin? Hä? Kann man hier irgendwie was... Okay, erstmal Heilstuff. So, da sind wir schon wieder 8000 los. Und dann gibt es hier noch mal ein bisschen. Die Werte werden... Ich weiß natürlich, dass die Sachen, die ich mir jetzt kaufe, nur im Moment schlechter sind, weil ich meine anderen Sachen ja alle aufgewertet habe auf +2 oder +3, dass die neuen Sachen jetzt deshalb nur schlechter sind. Aber wenn die Grundstats schon nicht richtig sind, dann kann das nichts werden. Okay, brauchen wir so weiter nichts. Genau, für seine Dolche brauchen wir Goldklumpen, die wir noch nicht gefunden haben. Oh, Lag. Kannst du bitte? Warum? Please. Danke. 12 FPS oder irgendwie so waren auf einmal, als ich aus dem Menü von dem Händler raus bin. Okay. Das ist schön. Jetzt können wir von hier oben nach Loot gucken. Da liegt was, da liegt was. Da am Haus liegt was. Da. Ich glaube, wir sollen da vorne irgendwo hin, oder?
From what we heard in Iseult, demons are attacking villages, and more people are growing upset with the Abbey. So I hadn't expected things in Haria village to be so laid back.
They might be on their best behavior because you're accompanied by an exorcist.
Huh. I didn't know you could see the world in more than just black and white.
The Abbey wouldn't entrust my responsibilities to someone who couldn't see beyond the surface. I have seen many things in my work. I've beheld both the light and the darkness in the world of men. Despite that, no, because of that, I won't turn away from the wrongs that I encounter. Moreover, I have faith. I believe there is good in all our souls.
The darkness, huh?
Yes, like you.
You're awfully direct.
Okay. Hier? Ne, bei denen hier. Ist irgendwas? Hä? Da unten ist noch eine Pflanze, aber warum ist hier ein Ausrufezeichen? Ach, da sitzt einer hinterm Baum. Okay, da habe ich gar nicht gesehen eben. Toll. Hier ist irgendwie verschlossener Weg. Da ist auch noch ein bisschen Loot. Da können wir gleich rein. Da ist noch eine Kiste. So. Okay, hier wären wir dann nachher richtig für die Quest. Hier im Zimmer irgendwas Schönes. Da unten war auch noch was. Und dass man hier jetzt nicht einfach runter kann, das finde ich schade. Dass man wirklich immer diese Treppenstufen gehen muss. Okay. Dann jetzt nochmal unten absuchen und dann gehen wir da hinten rein. Wie kommen wir da hin? Andere Seite? Können wir direkt hier durch? Ja. Und na, was sitzt du hier?
I can't deal with this anymore.
What's the matter?
Everyone's sick of all these fruit-flavored gels, right? So, I made gels using the giant cacao beans only found here on this island. It gave them a nice bitter chocolate taste. But people complained that they weren't avant-garde enough. Ugh, chocolate-flavored gels, how prosaic, bah! This got me fuming! So I caught some maiden bonita fish you find around here, ground them up, and made some gels with them.
You put fish into chocolate gels?
Well, people do braise meat with chocolate. Chocolate and fish may go surprisingly well together.
Exactly! It was the discovery of a century. The bonito flakes crunchiness and the gel's gumminess made for an exquisitely bad combo, which made it interesting.
So if you made an innovative new type of gel, why are you so angry?
That's exactly my problem. I outdid myself. Now I need to make my Gels World debut as amazing as they are. So I thought up the ultimate plan.
And that is?
I'll put my Chacanito gels in toilets all over the world. I'll call it the Great Chacanito Toilet Gambit. No one will go to the bathroom without finding my gels. I think everyone will have a lot of fun. So, genius, right?
Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's funny too.
Right? I knew that kids would get it.
Who's a kid?
But all the adults in my village called it silly and lowbrow. They forbade me from selling my Chaconito gels at all. Isn't that just horrible?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Aw, man. Things used to be so much better. Mom would make me dinner, and all I had to do was goo 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 ga, and everyone would smile and praise me. I don't want to become the kind of grown-up who can't find any fun in looking for gels in toilets.
Was? Okay. Verrückte Kinder. So. Hier ist nichts mehr. Das ist gut. Bisschen Geld. Ich habe meins ja gerade zum Fenster rausgeworfen. Dann das noch. Komm. Beinahe übersehen. Finsternis zum Mobs anlocken. Kann ich vielleicht später noch gebrauchen zum Grinden. So, jetzt war hier aber nichts mehr. Den können wir einmal speichern und dann hoch rein. Nicht, what the fuck, schon wieder ein Leck. Okay, vielleicht sollte man auch nicht so 6 Stunden lang am Stück spielen oder so.
This recipe looks real tasty.
Scout ship setting.
So, was war das denn für ein Rezept? Ach, auf hier was zum Heilen. So, dann.
We could use a place to stay. Any rooms open?
Yep. Just finished cleaning, in fact. You can help yourself to that room there.
All right, time to start deciphering this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grim can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. All right, I'll teach you how to read Ancient Avarost.
Thank you so much, teacher!
We'll leave you two alone then. Let us know if anything comes up.
Okay, hab nur ich das gerade gehört oder haben Grimma und Valvet dieselbe Sprecherin? Nur halt, dass sie ihre Stimme ein bisschen tiefer hat. What the heck? Auch nicht schlecht, das habe ich zuerst gar nicht gehört.
So she digs being called teacher. Well played, Laffy said.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
Okay, ich muss mal noch was gucken. Okay. Haben nichts. Was? Oh, jetzt leckt's schon wieder. Danke. An diesen Händler werde ich nicht nochmal gehen.
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough, but straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is. If it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us for once, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yep, and that includes you. As I'm sure you've noticed.
It sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too, but ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst. Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says... Sa, Popo, Mucho, Sanchon.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
I doubt those have much to do with Innominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
Reordering? So like... San-san, Pocho Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Musan. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Pocho Musan. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into... the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something. Alright, so if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words. I wonder if they've made any progress yet.
Shall we go check on them?
Ey, die Steuerung verarscht mich gerade.
Well, any results?
Yes. Well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue. You'll give this old girl ideas.
Huh?
Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therions shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart, the nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Therions?
Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Innominat.
Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
I take it we're still in for a good long wait before it's thoroughly decrypted.
Likely so, but if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it? I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called...
Therions.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: earth, water, wind, and fire. But they also call Innominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Innominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away.
But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therions will keep spawning. And just like that, Innominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepherd Artorius fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Innominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therions and cut off Innominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therions and Innominat's body are connected through earth pulses. If their job is to feed Innominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the earth pulse points.
Points?
The places where the power of earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therion? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up.
And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therion? Does that mean the Therions all come in different forms?
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line, the one about Therions being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Warg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Amenoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Temples and ritual sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
There's lots of Earth Pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therions, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing.
Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therion...
What?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
Okay, dann... Nächste Mission. Und jetzt müsste dann auch... Warum leckt das in dieser Stadt? Ich verstehe es nicht. Genau, jetzt kann ich da unten rein. Das heißt, wir gucken mal, was die Abtei da so anstellt.
Who are you?
The innkeeper's daughter. I happened to overhear you all talking about going to Palamedes, and...
Did you report us to the Abbey?
Report? But you already have an exorcist with you.
If you have any business, talk with her then.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. How might I be of service?
I want you to look for someone. A mother and her child went to visit the Abbey grounds, but they haven't returned.
They've both gone missing?
Yes. The mother's name is Mahina. She's a priestess of Amenoch. And her little daughter's name is Kamoana.
Hold on. If she's a priestess of Amenoch...
Right. Ever since the Abbey booted her out from the temple, she's been regularly going back to make her objections heard. But one day, she never returned home. And now her daughter has disappeared too. I can only assume that she went to go look for her mother.
And you believe they're being held at the temple?
Oh no, ma'am. I just can't imagine Mahina would abandon her daughter like that. Kamoana is next in line to succeed her, so she's had a strict upbringing, but her mother truly loves her. Please forgive Mahina for her protests. I was just hoping you could use the Abbey's resources to track them down.
I will do everything in my power to find them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Like Kamoana, I grew up with only my mother as family. I can't help but worry for them.
Of course.
Let's be off, Miss Exorcist.
Okay, dann haben wir gleich 2 Missionen für den nächsten Part. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wir sehen uns dann. Ciao, Leute.